Clementine was a fluffy gray cat. She lived in a cozy cottage with a girl named Lily. Clementine loved to sit in the garden. The garden was full of colorful flowers and buzzing bees. Clementine would often watch the birds fluttering around. She liked their cheerful songs. Lily would sometimes read stories to Clementine under the shade of a big oak tree. It was a peaceful and happy place. One morning, Lily sounded very worried. She had woken up to a quiet garden, something that felt unusual. The mornings were always filled with cheerful chirping, but today, there was only silence. "Clementine," she said, "Little Blue is gone." Her voice trembled as she spoke to her beloved tabby cat, who always seemed to understand her feelings. Little Blue was a tiny bluebird that often visited the garden. He had become a part of Lily's daily life, a little friend who brought joy with his songs. Lily had made him a little house in the oak tree. She had painted it with bright colors and added soft twigs inside, hoping Little Blue would feel at home. Clementine purred softly, trying to comfort Lily. The cat's gentle vibrations seemed to say, "Don't worry, we'll figure this out together." They both looked around the garden. Lily checked under bushes and behind flower pots, while Clementine sniffed the air, her tail swishing with determination. Where could Little Blue be? Lily wondered aloud. She thought about all the places he might have gone, but none of them seemed right. He always sang in the mornings. His songs were like a melody that greeted the sun, and Lily missed hearing them today. Lily began to cry softly. The thought of never seeing Little Blue again made her heart ache. She felt a deep sadness that only her little friend could ease. Clementine rubbed against her leg, wanting to help. The cat's warm presence reminded Lily that she wasn't alone in her search. She knew how much Lily loved the little bluebird. Clementine had seen how Lily's face lit up whenever Little Blue appeared. Clementine decided to find Little Blue. With a flick of her tail, she set off, her sharp eyes scanning the garden for any sign of the missing bird. Clementine sniffed the ground carefully, her whiskers twitching with curiosity. The garden was alive with scents, and she was determined to find the source of the faint, feathery trail she had noticed earlier. She followed a trail of feathers leading to a bush, her paws moving silently over the soft earth. Each step brought her closer to the mystery, her tail swishing with anticipation. Clementine peeked inside the bush, her golden eyes scanning the greenery. She could hear faint chirps, soft and distressed, coming from within the tangled branches. There, stuck between some branches, was Little Blue. The tiny bird flapped its wings helplessly, chirping sadly as it struggled to free itself. Clementine tilted her head, assessing the situation. With a gentle nudge of her nose, Clementine began to push the branches aside. She was careful not to startle Little Blue, her movements slow and deliberate. She freed Little Blue from the bush, her soft paws steady as she worked. The bird fluttered its wings, finally free, and chirped a note of gratitude. He chirped happily and flew onto Clementine's back, his tiny claws gripping her fur gently. Clementine purred softly, proud of her rescue mission. Clementine, with Little Blue on her back, went back to Lily. The pair made a charming sight as they walked through the garden, the bird perched confidently on the clever cat. Lily clapped her hands in delight when she saw them. Her face lit up with joy, and she ran to greet her clever companion and the rescued bird. "You found him, Clementine! You are the best cat ever!" Lily exclaimed, hugging her furry friend tightly. Clementine purred, her mission accomplished, and Little Blue chirped in agreement. Lily carefully took Little Blue into her hands, her touch as gentle as a soft breeze. She could feel the tiny bird's heartbeat, fast and fragile, like a fluttering leaf in the wind. She inspected his wing closely, her eyes full of concern, making sure he wasn't hurt. Clementine, her loyal tabby cat, sat nearby, purring contentedly as if offering her quiet support. Lily smiled, relieved that Little Blue seemed fine. She turned to Clementine and hugged her tightly, grateful for her comforting presence. The bond between them felt unbreakable, a silent understanding shared between friends. "Thank you for being so brave and clever," she whispered softly to Clementine. The cat responded with a gentle lick on Lily's cheek, her way of saying, "I'm here for you." They sat together for a while, enjoying the calmness of the moment. It felt good to help a friend, no matter how small. The warmth of the connection filled Lily's heart with joy. As the sun began to set, the garden was bathed in a golden glow. The world seemed to slow down and everything felt peaceful and right. Lily and Clementine sat side by side, watching Little Blue take flight. The bird soared happily around the garden, his wings catching the last rays of sunlight. It was a beautiful sight. In that quiet moment, Lily realized something important. Even the smallest act of kindness like helping a tiny bird could make a big difference. It was a lesson she would carry with her forever.